Up here, everything looks small down on the ground. The job of installing new lights on the tower is harrowing and dangerous. Watching them work at heights of up to 1,000 feet is truly breathtaking. Much more on that in a moment, because to truly appreciate where we are today, we have to take a peek at the past.
And we leave you with this thought for the day.
The year was 1955. Dwight Eisenhower was President of the United States. Elvis Presley made his television debut, and KCMO-TV, which would later become KCTV5, built a new broadcast tower. 600 tons of steel that, when topped with a massive antenna, soared 1,042 feet into the sky. At the time, it was touted as the second tallest freestanding structure in the world behind only the Empire State Building. Eclipsing the height of the Eiffel Tower, it didn't take Paris long to add an antenna, making it slightly taller than the KCMO Tower. KCTV5 General Manager Curtis Miles says the broadcast beacon holds a special place in Kansas City history.
We're so excited because the KCTV5 tower has been an iconic part of Kansas City for generations. You know, people have counted on that tower, people have enjoyed that tower, and now to have the chance to work with the city to relight it and relaunch it for our entire community is very exciting.
It gained iconic status over the decades as Kansas Cityans came to rely on the KCTV5 Weather Tower, as it was called back then. Here's former Channel 5 meteorologist Mike Thompson explaining part of the lighting scheme.
Check the TV5 Weather Tower. All red lights on top means it'll be dry tomorrow.
Mayor Quentin Lucas tells me he remembers when the tower used to light up and says viewers then and now will benefit.
KCTV5.
It's really cool. I know years ago they got a chance to know tomorrow's weather, to get other types of indications from it. Now we get it back. Man, it's kind of cool that we're keeping up with, some folks that I knew way back when.
The tower went dark back in 2004 as it became too expensive and labor-intensive to replace the hundreds of standard light bulbs that would either burn out or get sheared off by ice falling from the tower. In the years to follow, viewers begged KCTV5 to turn the tower lights back on. Local civic groups tried to rally public support for a relighting. And how about this jazz? One idea would have morphed the tower into a brightly lit, gigantic saxophone. Finally, with the World Cup coming to Kansas City next year, KCTV5 and the city of Kansas City, Missouri entered into a partnership to relight the tower.
We're going to show it off to the world as part of the World Cup? Okay, we're in. We think this is going to be great.
It really does say something about Kansas City. It is electric. It actually gives, even though it's a fairly old structure, what's this futuristic type of thing? And lots of people will be saying, what is that beacon in the middle of the city? What's going on in Kansas City? What's this landmark here?
From now on, when the city lights up our landmarks and monuments in unified colors for special occasions, the KCTV5 tower will be included and shine brightly among them.
The wind can sway, for the average person, it'll be quite scary.
That's Trey Beltran of Smithville, Missouri. While I talked with him on the ground, his office is up here. Since June, Beltran and his band of daring specialists have been working high above Kansas City to install the new LED lights on the tower.
You can't just hire anybody, even people that work on towers all the time don't know how to work on a tower like this.
KCTV5 Chief Engineer Mike Solzman marvels at the skill and courage it takes to work 1,000 feet in the air.
The conditions at those heights, not only, the wind, but the heat and everything else that they have to deal with up there, it's just amazing that those guys can be up there for hours on end every day, day after day.
And speaking of the wind up here, Beltran tells me that you just get used to it. But he says it can get a little hairy when you're coming back down in the basket.
When the wind picks up, we call it a man basket. The man basket tends to sway.
Check, good. 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's taken them months to prepare and installed 96 of these special LED lights on the tower. And in another nod to that tower in Paris, the KCTV5 tower lights are the same as what was used to illuminate the French landmark for the 2024 Paris Olympics.
You called it a beacon, and I think that's the right word, because it's going to be different colors, but we'll be able to shape it and change those colors and rotate the colors on the tower. And again, the more we play with it, the better we're going to get at it. So we're excited.